Cartoons are no longer just for kids. With progressive characters and intriguing storylines, these are the cartoons parents will love watching too. Stay tuned to see one of the craziest shows ever winning over the hearts of kids and adults at the same time. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button to never miss another video. And don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. Let's check out 10 kids cartoons parents will love watching too. Steven Universe. Steven Universe might be one of the weirdest shows ever, but that's what's so great about it. And if you haven't seen it, there's a good chance you'll appreciate it as an adult. While there are definitely elements of this show kids can enjoy, the adults will appreciate hidden innuendos and just general adult humor that often goes over children's heads. But Steven Universe also focuses on some of the life lessons kids don't tend to get from other cartoons. The show follows Steve and Crystal Gems, but the story behind those is quite complicated. Gems were originally brought on the Earth thousands of years ago to colonize it, but a small group rebelled and became the Earth's protectors. One of those gems was Steven's mother, who gave up her physical form so she could be born. Steven's been living with Crystal Gems ever since. The show has its wacky moments, but it also touches on some of the most interesting subjects. Characters like Amethyst will make you giggle, while the adventures will keep you entertained at all times. The show also touches on things like self-care, getting out your feelings through meditation, breaking stereotypes and gender roles, letting go and moving on, and many more life lessons that would be beneficial for kids as well as adults. Spongebob Squarepants. Everyone's heard of Spongebob Squarepants, and most adults have a love-hate relationship with the show. It's hard to believe it could be enjoyable, but after a while, you kind of get into its spirit and accept this crazy cartoon. Spongebob Squarepants is all about the underwater world called Bikini Bottom. We follow the crazy lives of SpongeBob, his starfish friend Patrick, and other characters like Mr. Krabs, Plankton, Gary, and so on. The characters often get themselves in trouble, but what makes this show so great is the underrated humor of the show. The sarcasm and often hidden references will be appreciated by plenty of adults who will probably identify with Mr. Krabs and Squidward more than with any other characters. Of course, the show also makes us ask existential questions like how come it's based underwater when the characters also swim in a swimming pool. Overall, SpongeBob SquarePants is for those looking for a little bit of guilty pleasure fun and a reminder that it's okay to giggle at wacky things even as an adult. Although it's hard to believe the show could come with life lessons, there are definitely lessons that can be found through various moments and storylines. We have a feeling many adults do enjoy SpongeBob, and if that's you, make sure to let us know. Adventure Time. Adventure Time might look like a cartoon about a boy and his dog, but it's so much more than that. The dog's name is Jake, and he can actually morph in pretty much any shape and size. They live in the post-apocalyptic time, and the story revolves around the characters going on adventures. Adventure Time has universal entertainment value that will appeal to both kids and adults. Besides, some episodes get really crazy, so an adult has to be present to even try to explain what's going on in the scenes. Adventure Time also gives a unique perspective on a number of issues some parents might not know how to talk about with to their children, and it even touches on mental health and depression. The show also teaches kids that making mistakes is just a part of growing up, and that life can easily get scary and dark. Parents will probably be able to find a deeper meaning in the small quotes the characters make throughout the show. These quotes include asking, "What's the point of living if you get everything the minute you want it?" and doing things from your heart. Although it might seem that Adventure Time is just a bizarre show with a morphing dog, it's actually so much more than that, and we think that adult fans of the show can definitely agree. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender might possibly attract more adults than it does kids. The show focuses on a 12-year-old Avatar that goes by the name Aang, who realizes he can control the elements of air, water, earth, and fire. These elements were on the verge of destruction after the Fire Nation declared war. But Aang is the one who joins forces with the other characters on the show and helps restore balance and harmony to their world. It sounds pretty awesome to be able to manipulate air, water, earth, and fire, right? But what sets this show apart from others is that it expresses feminism. The characters often don't agree with gender stereotyping, and many of the male characters learn about the importance of gender equality. You can find a range of diverse female characters and representation from every part of life. And the best part is, the male characters respect that. Each character also comes with a flaw that adds even more complexity to the series. If you love three-dimensional characters that come with layers of personality and backstory, you'll love this cartoon. The show also focuses on Chinese martial arts and traditional Asian culture. It's by far one of the least problematic cartoons out there, which is exactly why we love it. And don't even bother watching the same named movie because the cartoon is a million times better. Hey Arnold! Most of adults remember watching Hey Arnold as kids, but this show is also still totally watchable even if you're an adult. Hey Arnold is all about the 9-year-old Arnold who lives with his totally wacky grandparents that really know how to spice up this show. Arnold is a good kid, and throughout the show, he helps people solve problems or dives into adventures of his own. But what Hey Arnold does best is highlight the fact that there's no universal rule to being normal, and you should always be yourself. The show also highlights the importance of trusting yourself and have confidence in what you do, no matter where you come from. Hey Arnold also focuses on beautiful friendships. The show's characters are absolutely hilarious, but what's even better is the fact that the characters are truly diverse. It also focuses on showing the difference in functionalities between families and households. For example, many kids might not realize the fact that Helga's parents were practically never there, and her character is a result of negligence and poor parental care. Hey Arnold has an important life lesson at the end of every episode, which is something that doesn't happen in a lot of one-dimensional cartoons. If you're looking for a nostalgic show, you should definitely give Hey Arnold a chance, as many of its storylines are still relevant in today's world. Teen Titans Go! One of our favorite shows ever has to be Teen Titans Go! While many prefer the original Teen Titans, a lot of kids still watch the miniature version of the show. Teen Titans Go! Is all about following the adventures of much younger versions of Teen Titans. These include characters like Beast Boy, Robin, Starfire, Raven, and many others. Even some of your favorite superheroes make an appearance. These characters often go on various adventures, but what sets this show apart from others is its sense of humor. Characters like Raven will definitely make you giggle with their sarcasm that probably went over a lot of kids' heads. Each character is completely unique and has an entirely different point of view on the same issue, which creates a fantastic dialogue and never-ending playful exchanges and remarks. If you love DC Universe, you'll also find plenty of references to other shows. From inside jokes about DC Universe to making fun of the show itself, Teen Titans Go! Creatively uses its sense of humor, and it definitely works. Apart from that, the show's storylines also focus on some of the cases many kids and adults might face in their life. Of course, the show is full of having an easy sense of humor, but we have a feeling a lot of adults will appreciate Teen Titans Go! Regular Show. Regular Show has been around for quite a while and aired until January 2017, which is why it deserves its spot on our list. The cartoon is all about the daily lives of two 23-year-old animal friends who might be the only main cartoon characters that are adults. Mordecai and Rigby are lazy groundskeepers at a park who do anything else but try to work. The show gives kids an interesting insight into what life at work might look like. The characters might be slightly stereotypical, but what makes this show so good is its unique brand of humor that will be appreciated by kids and adults. The characters are absolutely hilarious, and storylines are full of lessons. Although Mordecai and Rigby are basically animals, we feel like this show will resonate with any adult who's looking for a reminder that life really isn't that serious. The show might get slightly inappropriate at times, which is exactly why we think the sense of humor might be more appreciated by adults rather than children, even though plenty of kids still watch this show. Besides, adults will definitely be able to identify with Mordecai and Rigby at their workplace because a lot of us want to do exactly the same thing. It's a wacky show with plenty of heartfelt and iconic moments you'll love to watch. Tom and Jerry. Speaking of wacky shows, Tom and Jerry is one of those cartoons you just can't help but watch even if you're an adult. Whether it's a part of nostalgia or actual quality show, Tom and Jerry is one of those shows that can be watched by absolutely all ages, and it doesn't even have to be a guilty pleasure cartoon. The show even made a comeback in 2014 after its consistent popularity. It's one of the most iconic shows ever, even though almost every episode featured the exact same story. The cat chases the mouse outwits him, and the two somehow end up getting along at some point. It's a light-hearted show that's easy to watch and won't go over a lot of people's heads, but it's one of those cartoons every parent should watch with their child and introduce them to a show they used to watch as kids. And even though it doesn't feature diverse characters, stunning animations, or complex dialogue, it'll bring plenty of cartoon nostalgia in every adult's lives. Funny enough, the show still gets analyzed today. It was reported that there are a lot of concerning health and safety hazards made in this cartoon, but all 90s kids who are now adults will still be able to giggle at Tom and Jerry's crazy adventures. Kim Possible. And now let's move on to one of our favorite shows for adults. We've all probably seen at least one episode of Kim Possible. The show focuses on a teenager called Kim Possible, who's just an everyday child, even though she fights crime on a regular basis. She even has a best friend who's her sidekick. The show's sense of humor is very progressive, and we guarantee you'll be able to laugh in every single episode. One of the best benefits of this show is focusing on girl power. The main character of the show might be a cheerleader, but she's still able to kick some butt when she needs to. Besides, Team Possible also shows us the beauty of true friendship and reminds us that there are still good people out there in this world. Alongside, the show also highlights the importance of family and self-confidence, that you should never let anything hold you back. The cartoon also bravely fights against gender stereotypes and gives everyone a unique power and contribution to the storyline. Kim's own slogan is that she can do anything, which should definitely be a lesson for all kids and adults watching this show. If you're looking for a new show that focuses on never giving up and fighting through everything life throws your way, Kim Possible is the one you should watch. Gravity Falls. We love Gravity Falls on our channel, and we really think it's the best cartoon for adults. While many kids still watch this show, it brings a completely different viewpoint to adults. Gravity Falls focuses on a 12-year-old, Dipper Pines, and his twin sister Mabel, who live in a town where crazy things tend to happen. When Dipper finds a mysterious journal in the forest, he starts exploring the mysteries of the Gravity Falls town. The characters of the show are some of the most complex and unusual characters you will ever meet, but without them, this cartoon wouldn't be the same. We're also taught that it's okay to be who you are, even if people don't agree with your personality or your clothes. You'll be able to find plenty of pop culture references, but what's even better is the fact that the show also throws in plenty of Easter eggs for you. Dipper and Mabel's days are always filled with unpredictable adventures that will make everyone laugh. Some episodes are definitely more suitable for adults, and many kids will never be able to understand some of the old school references made by the show. The adult sense of humor is definitely what sets this show apart from any other cartoon we mentioned today. If you're an adult, make sure to let us know what's your favorite cartoon. That's it for our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button for more videos like this one. See you next time.